The next question from Patreon. Thanks for wasting your money. Comes from Ben Van Camp. If you could bring back anyone from the dead to be on the podcast, who would it be and why? Also, I'm gay.
Zach actually didn't add that.
You didn't need that last part, Ben.
Zach, you coming out of the closet?
Mom, Dad. Okay, Chris, who would you bring back on the podcast as a guest?
I didn't even think about it. I don't know yet. Start with Nikki.
Like someone a
dead
friend?
person, a dead guy.
Anyone who's dead.
Anybody? Hitler.
He'd be a good guest.
He'd be a good guest. He'd be
for
funny.
the podcast.
Yeah. I get him. I go to Dunkin'. I get him a coffee and sit down and be like, oh yeah.
I was like, so how was the Holocaust on your perspective?
It was a little pricey. Like, we could have done it better. We didn't do a very good job.
He kind of talked like that, didn't he?
He actually had a really deep voice.
Yeah, but then sometimes. Did you ever see the
that dude used the fucking. He's like one of those guys at Xbox who pitches his voice down. Yo, dude, what's up? Yo, what's up, man?
Did you ever
fucking pussy?
Did you ever hear this conversation with Hitler in a coffee shop?
It wasn't. I don't think it was a coffee shop, but I think it was.
It was a coffee shop, actually.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm actually positive.
Are you positive about that?
Yeah. And he was just having a normal conversation, drinking a coffee with.
They did that privately without his permission. They hid behind the wall.
Yeah, and they recorded it, and he was like, "Hey, what's up with the fucking Jews, huh?" And they're like, "Ah, that's stupid." I would bring back Leonard Nimoy.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
What about you, Sabrina?
I'm just kidding.
To be on this particular podcast?
To be sitting here like Sabrina was such a big fan of you.
Honestly, the most relevant and I think the coolest person to have on here would be Ed Gould.
He would be.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Way to bring the fucking mood down,
Sorry,
Sabrina.
no,
God
I
damn.
mean it though. I haven't met him in person.
Jesus Christ. You're off the podcast, Sabrina.
I didn't mean it. You're fired.
No, he would definitely be a guest.
Yeah.
Let's go back to dead puppies to lighten the mood up.
Shit, I'm sorry. That was the question. What do you want?
I bring back my
I'm just
mom.
yanking your titty, Sabrina.
Stop.
He's just twisting the nips here.
Stop.
Zach, go.
Who's a dead guy?
There's plenty of them.
I have Walt Disney on here. He'd be like, look, Walt, you
Dude, like,
He would have
cool.
some.
Honestly, would like to see how he would feel about Disney right now.
he would know. He would seriously like.
He'd be impressed by it. Everyone's like, oh, Walt Disney could see that. Fuck that. He'd be impressed.
Yeah,
by
he was
it.
like a pioneer. He would be all for the 3D shit.
I think Disney's such a money-hungry company. It's scary.
If he was alive, he'd seriously probably be one of the richest guys alive.
He was when he was alive.
I think who was the richest guy who ever lived? Wasn't it?
I think Bill Gates is the richest guy.
No. It was. Who's the?
Rockefeller.
Yeah, it was Rockefeller. He was worth like $600 billion adjusted for inflation.
Is Bill Gates still?
No, he just gives away all his money, so he's not. But he would be. He gave away like a
I
shit.
actually heard he climbed back up a little bit. I think he's number 1 and number 2 now. He went back up a little bit.
I
Yeah.
never pay attention because every time I look this up, I get really depressed because I'm like, I'll never
How
make
many
it
times
there.
he could buy you over?
Every time I see someone younger,
These guys could buy countries.
like that Oculus Rift guy. Anytime I see someone like younger than me who's like way more like brilliant and way like got way more money, I'm like,
I'm more handsome.
Yeah, he's got a big
He's not
dick.
that handsome.
He's more
He's got
handsome
nice
than you, though.
cars. He's got a nice house. He's super funny.
Like there's the dude who made the 5.0 app. It's like a police scanner app for your phone. He's like a billionaire and he's just on Facebook and he has like pictures of his Lamborghini and shit.
That must piss you off.
A little bit.
What about you, Chris?
Who would you bring back on the podcast from the dead?
First guy who ever fucked a horse.
Oh, Mr. Hands?
No, the first guy who ever fucked a horse.
What?
I don't know. He must be from like centuries ago.
Dude, he would be some like brown guy.
So?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I want to see what he has to say about it.
Just kidding. Jokes, guys, jokes. Comedy.
I don't think that was a joke. No.
Guys, that's a real apology to us.
I know what I just said was really insensitive to people and I'd like to make a formal apology.
Go on.
That was it.
Oh.
That was it? That was the most pathetic apology.
I'm sorry.